Hey guys, Tony here with Titan Air Movers. I know a lot of you have heard about us right now. We're the guys that threw a perfectly good blower out of a helicopter. We threw other ones out too. We'll share some of those with you in another video later on. Can't say which ones, but we threw others out. They didn't make it. So I just want to talk to you a little bit about how Titan Air Movers came about and how we decided to do what we did, and how we, how we came up with the design. So first off, we technically came up with the components, and we said, here's all these components that are going to make an amazing blower. Now we just need to find a way to protect them. So in doing that, we kind of visualized, like, if you break your arm or what have you, they put an air splint on it sometimes, and that air splint is filled with air, and that air creates two walls, an inner wall and an outer wall. Okay, and that kind of protects your arm, at least until you can get to the doctor and get it fixed or whatnot. But that's kind of the visual that we had when we designed this blower. So we have all these components here. We have an awesome motor, two-sided impeller that's amazing. We took all the pieces and made them flame retardant, because that's another thing that has happened to me personally. Is that I've had a blower catch on fire. The fire department showed up. I had to have a police report, the whole 9 yards. All those things happened, and that's unnecessary. So that's something else that that you'll want to avoid. So with the Titan Air Movers, we know they are somewhat flame retardant. They will melt just like anything else, but they won't really ignite and burn. So anyway, here's all of our components. We actually took all the electrical components and put them together in a little box, and we'll have a picture of that here coming up now. And then we took the motor. It's got a cooling fan on it, an awesome impeller. We've got these two side panels. One is for the heat side, one's for the air intake. And then we've got the seal and all that good stuff to seal in your electrical components. Because some of the other blowers, like this one, have all the electrical components just strapped inside to the motor. Other blowers, even that same one, that have everything that's just mounted straight to the plastic wall of your fan shroud. Okay, and that's really not made for support. So because you got the whole weight of the motor with one tiny little bracket. If that bracket breaks, gets bent, or whatever, then all the weight is put on that plastic piece, and it's going to eventually break out for you. So that's something you want to avoid. Also, with Titan Air Movers, we wanted to make sure your maintenance was really easy for you. So just like our nozzle here with all the louvers on it and the grate on the inside, these grates get dirty and they need to be cleaned regularly. Because what that's going to do is it's going to cut down on the performance of your blower. So ours has it set up with just 6 simple screws. Pulls right off, clean it, put it right back on. You're ready to roll again. So that's something else for you. We tried to build them to where they were really easy for the operator, and obviously going to work better. I don't know if you saw the video of the pool. We threw one in a swimming pool. They are pretty much airtight. So, and the reason we did that, again, we go back to that air cast. So it's going to protect what's inside of it. So we built these blowers with a main housing that actually has two walls. It's got one on the inside here. That's where the motor sits in, and it protects the motor, and it also protects the shaft that controls your impeller and all that good stuff. So it's got the most support possible. It's got 6 places in here that keep it from spinning or altering in place. In fact, the ones we threw out of a helicopter, well, in fact, this is one of the ones we threw out of a helicopter. The motor didn't dislodge at all. There was no imperfections with it any bit whatsoever. But anyway, so that's all there is about that. So basically, this piece is what makes it float. It protects the motor, protects the drive shaft, protects everything. So, and then of course you got your fan shroud. This is a little different color for each size blower. So, and that's the only thing you really notice that's different aside from the size of the 1 horsepower blowers. So the green is a 1.5. The reds are 2 horsepower, and the blues are your 1 horsepower blower. Okay. Let's talk a little bit more about the electrical components. So some of the other blowers, like I said earlier, have the capacitor just strapped to that blower motor. Number one, it's going to get hot. Number two, not protected from anything, nothing. So we've designed our basically an electrical box like you would have in a home. that's sealed up and contains all the electrical components, including the switch and where the cord goes in the same location. So a lot of the other manufacturers, they put a cord on one side, the switch on the other, which means you got wires that run all on the inside of your blower that get moved around, jostled around, what have you, when you move your blowers around and deliver inflatables. So we did ours where they would actually be protected inside this electrical panel. Yeah, that's how we came up with the Titan air movers. We wanted something that's going to be more durable because I, as an operator for 20 years, have about 30 to 40 blowers that are broken, and I'm just really tired of it. That's my investment. That's the money I put up and put into my company. And if I have to just keep throwing blowers in the garbage, then it's just throwing money out the window. So that's why we created something that was a little bit more durable and something that's going to hold up for you and actually hold up for your drivers as well. All right, see you next time. Thanks.